All right, guys, welcome back. Here's example number 2 of our trig word problems. We're going to do angle of elevation, angle of depression. Let's talk about this real quick. So, angle of elevation angle of elevation, what they start with here is the angle formed by your horizontal line. So, if it's a person that's standing, it's the angle formed by their sight line up to where they're looking. So if you look your head up, normally you would be looking this direction, but if you look up at a plane in the sky, you would look up like this. And the angle that is formed between your normal line of sight and the line of sight that you use to find that object is called an angle of elevation. Elevation because you're looking up. Whereas the pilot in this plane would have an angle of depression. Here's his normal line of sight if he's not looking down at the ground. When he goes to look down at the ground, at this guy staring at him, not that he could probably see him unless he's close to the earth, but if he was close to the earth, looking down, this would be the angle of depression. And that's from his horizontal line of sight down to this guy. So those are our two line of sights. One is angle of elevation if you're looking up, depression if you're looking down. And these are classic problems that you're going to see on an SAT, physics, all that kind of stuff. In fact, if you hear physics, you've probably already done this one. All right, we've got a ground crew worker. He's way down here, this little yellow guy, right? And he is 6 feet tall. He's directing a plane on a runway. If the worker sights the plane at an angle of 32 degrees, what is the horizontal distance from the worker to the plane? So horizontal distance is going to be from here to here, right? This would be his vertical distance. This is horizontal distance. So x, which they've got labeled nicely for us, that's what we're looking for. This angle here is 32 degrees because that's the angle of elevation when he looks up at the plane. Now we know this plane is 150 feet off the ground, and we're trying to find this x value here. Problem is, though, is this guy is 6 feet tall, so his normal line of sight is 6 feet off the ground. So for my triangle, I just want this piece of 150, and that's going to be 150 minus the 6 feet, which is his normal line of sight. So what is that edge of the angle? It's not of the triangle. This side of the triangle is not going to be 150 because our triangle doesn't go all the way down to the ground. It goes down to this line of sight. So if we subtract off the 6 feet tall that he is, then that piece of the triangle is 144. So now for this triangle, this is what we're looking for, and that's still x. I've got this angle, which is 32 degrees, and this piece of the triangle is 144. So here's my angle. I've got opposite, adjacent, so I'm going to use tangent of 32 is equal to 144 feet over x. Solving that for x, I get x is equal to 144 feet divided by tangent 32. Plugging into the calculator using my approximation symbol, I would get x is approximately 230.448 feet. Not terribly bad. A little bit of thinking here because of the 6 feet that tall that this guy is, but again, they've got a lovely picture that kind of labels it out for us. All right, go ahead and pause your video. Ooh. No, I think you need, no, I don't think you need that. Hopefully you didn't see that. Take a stab at it. See if you can pause the video. See if you can solve it just from the description without looking at the picture and come back. All right, were you able to figure it out? If not, here's the picture. Again, now that you see the picture, pause the video, see if you can figure it out, and then come back. All right, so hopefully between those two pauses, you were able to find it. A group of hikers on a camping trip climbs to the top of a 1,500-foot mountain. When the hikers look down at an angle, so they're up here, right? Yay, this is us. We made it to the top. When they look down at an angle of depression of 36 degrees, they see their campsite. So we know this angle is 36. What is the horizontal distance between the campsite and the group to the nearest foot? So this would be my vertical distance, right? They were up 1,500 feet. I want to know the horizontal distance. So between the campsite and these guys on the mountain. What is the horizontal distance? That's gonna be my x value. So we could do this two different ways. I could say, well, I'm gonna make this into another triangle. This is 36 degrees, and this is a nice little parallelogram. This would be 90. I know I'm still looking for x, and I know the height is 1500, so I could solve this triangle here. Or, from geometry, we know that if this angle is 36, and this is a horizontal line, this is a vertical line, what is this angle here? 90 degree, right? So if part of this, these guys would be, what is it called? Complementary angles, right? Because their angles would add up to 90 degrees. So for this piece of the angle that I'm looking for this inside triangle, I take 90 degrees, subtract off 36 degrees, and I get 54 degrees. So I know this angle is 54. So now I've got 54 degrees, I've got x feet, I've got 1500 feet. This is opposite, this is adjacent. So I would say tan 54 is equal to opposite over adjacent. And so x is equal to 1500 tan 54. And plugging that in calculator, I get x is approximately 2,064.573 feet. Now, if you chose to work on this outside triangle and make a new triangle and work it, you should get the same answer. You probably didn't have the same function, but that's okay. You're going to get the same answer. All right, that's it for video 2. Video 3 is example number 3. We're going to start looking at what if I have to have 2 triangles in order to solve my problem. And this makes some of these questions incredibly challenging.